So I think there are the big ones, right? So there's Facebook and Twitter and YouTube. You should be out there. I think some social platforms that people don't think about are things like Pinterest and Instagram. They might be newer for other folks and who maybe aren't on those platforms yet. And it depends on what you're trying to accomplish as to which one is the best for you. The great thing about things like YouTube and Pinterest and Instagram is they're very visual platforms. So it's a really great way to connect with people who process information visually, which we do more and more in our really fast-paced environment. And you can sort of draw them in with a great cover, right? So think about being able to post cover options on Instagram and ask people to vote and tell you which cover they like best for your upcoming book or things like that. I've known other authors who post things that are personal, right? Like he wrote a book about dogs, and he shares stories and photos of him and his own dog. And while it ties to the book, it also lets people see a little insight into their author who they like know them personally. And so there's lots of visual things you can do, even if you think there aren't relating to your book. So I would get on Pinterest and Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. The other thing I would say is know your demographic, right? Pinterest, while it's really great, is mostly women. If that's not your demographic, you're not going to reach a huge part of your audience on Pinterest. So just kind of bear that in mind. And then knowing that you can only do so many things at one time, right? You can't be everywhere. So pick the platforms that intersect with what you're comfortable with and where your audience is at. A good example is blogging. I personally have a really hard time blogging because I have a hard time making a commitment to post on a regular basis. So blogging's not my thing. I'd rather do Facebook or Twitter. So know yourself well enough, and then know your audience. Like if they're not on Pinterest, you shouldn't spend your time there either. It's kind of a waste of your time.
Thank you for listening. Please review our other available content for help writing, publishing, and marketing your book. If you have any questions about the Author Learning Center, please contact us by email at authorsupport@authorlearningcenter.com.